Hey guys, it's Rice your boy, and it's been a long time since I've done a modification video. So, now that I've found the time to work on my car a little bit and see what Riceman's up to, let's go see what's up in the carport. Well, one of the things we got going on is that Riceman's installing a subwoofer in the Civic because he's jealous of my 8-speaker Rockford Fosgate audio system with an 8-inch sub in the trunk. Can it seat more than a Tesla Model S? Yes. So guys, you can probably see the subwoofer right there. Got a nice Rockville 10-inch. Size doesn't matter, guys. I still have a Rockford Fosgate. But yeah, I just did a nice rear seat delete, and we've got the wires running through. It's actually pretty clean for a Civic. Yeah?
This is the reinforcement brace that comes with the Civic Coupe models.
Ooh, race car. So one of the most mystifying things that I found about the EM2 Civic is this little door right here. Because as you can see, if you push it, it mysteriously disappears. But where does the door section go? Now I just spoiled the surprise for you. So while Riceman has been working with his sound system, something that I've been on and off doing for the last month has been actually getting around to painting the strut bar that I got at the junkyard a long time ago. And as you can see, it's doesn't look the best. I was able to spray some primer onto it, and I also got what I thought was metallic red paint from Duplicolor, but something that they don't say, except for a small box on the can, is that you can only do it over chrome surfaces. And apparently you're not supposed to paint it chrome and then put this stuff over it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to not follow their rules again and paint it chrome, and then paint this over it again, and hopefully it'll actually turn out well, because this honestly looks awful, and what I want is some nice metallic red to match my shift knob. So in time I'll get this painted, and once it is painted, I'll do an install video so we can see how I'll make this work with my subwoofer. So one thing that this engine has been doing that pretty much all QR25s do is it's been burning oil. And the thing is that I figured out exactly what's causing it. So I was going to change out this old valve cover anyways, because it isn't that good at making a seal. And obviously, as you can see here, there is a bit of leak at the corner. But the bigger issue, in my opinion, is that I've looked at the PCV hose at the top of the valve cover. As you can see, if the camera can focus, that there's some oil sludge on there. But yeah, that used to be clean not too long ago. But yeah, I don't know how many of you guys know a lot of stuff about these QRs, but since my compression is good, obviously no pre-cap problems to deal with, and pretty much the engine is not leaking any oil from what I can visibly see, I'm just thinking that all of my oil is going to the old valve cover. I'm not sure what you guys think about it, but be sure to leave a comment if you have any inkling of what it could be. But I'm willing to bet that my car is just getting some oil injection into the intake manifold for free. Well, I know that someone's going to get on to me for making a modification video with no mods, but something that's always bothered me since I've had this car is that there's been this carpet underneath the hood, and there's always been this pin missing. And it's extra weight, so what bad will it do if I remove it? Well, even though I thought that that was only a dust collection shelf, now I learned that Nissan never saw the need to paint the area underneath that little shield. I mean, I don't care that much though, because it does provide weight reduction, and to be honest, I just hated that thing ever since I got the car. So fortunately for Riceman, his Civic never came with fog lights, and because of that, he managed to put his base knob where the switch for that would be. So, it actually looks pretty nice. That's the only thing obnoxious about this car. Well, I guess something else I could do is I could finally cut off this rattling header heat shield bracket I haven't attended to in a long time. I'm sincerely sorry if this video is all over the place, but as you can tell, I kind of haven't done this in a while, so I'm just finding random little jobs that I can do with all this AP test fatigue that I have right now. something else that may be of interest to you guys is that I recently scraped the underside of my bumper recently. And you're probably asking how I could possibly do that with all this ground clearance that I have to work with. But basically, after all the fun festivities were done at prom, I decided to do some donuts in a park, and while I exited it quite quickly, I went over a ramp too quickly and I scraped the entire underside of my bumper. But it's okay because I have a creative fix in mind that will actually be a major upgrade for this car. So Riceman has all the cables in and the interior pieces in for the sub except for the power. And surprisingly, you can't see any wires. It's actually really nice. He has the control knob for it down in there. Pretty nice. And as you can see, that's most of the cables in the trunk right there. Well, hopefully removing this thing actually did something. Well, I guess I gotta go to a family dinner thing now. We're now on our way to my second home, O'Reilly's. So we're back from dinner on O'Reilly's. Finally got some chrome paint to help out with that Strut Bar business so I can actually have some nice metallic red on that. And also, I don't know what genre of music you guys are into, but recently I figured out who Goldlink was, and I gotta say, it's pretty nice. So now, let's start her up and figure out if removing that hood cloth thing actually worsened the sound of the car. That is a lot louder. Is it a lot louder, Riceman?
Yes, it is. Very loud.
It's louder in the car. Alright, this is door closed. I'm not even doing anything. Holy shit. So guys, this is the first time Riceman's driven this car at the straight pipe. He drove with the catback before, but I want to get the reaction of a Honda boy in this beast. There's the squeal I told you about. So what's your opinion of the exhaust?
Absolutely fucking ridiculous. God damn.
The shifter's garbage, but it's worth it for everything.
Your shifter really is garbage.
Oh yeah. It doesn't like the Civic blip. I want to see if I can fix the shifter with some parts from 2J Racing, because that's just the worst part of the car. Like, the shifter is just ridiculously notchy, and you know, now you can testify it's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your basic review consensus?
I like this car. For a weekend toy. For a daily driver, this would get quite bothersome.
It's the perfect daily driver. It's fast, ain't it?
This is quite the riot to drive.
Review score out of 10.
9.
My car's good, guys! Well, guys, we had a lot of fun today, given that it was actually technically a school day for me. And I guess that's it for this video. So as always, thanks for watching, and peace out.